Welcome back to the Life of Genghis Khan. In our first episode, we saw how Temujin's early life was marked by hardship and betrayal. Born into the Borjigin clan, Temujin faced the murder of his father by rival Tatars, leaving his family vulnerable. His mother, Holun, struggled to keep the family together amidst the harsh Mongolian landscape. Temujin's early alliances were fraught with betrayal, including the treachery of his blood brother Jamuka. The political climate was turbulent, with constant tribal conflicts and shifting loyalties. But now, the young warrior begins his rise, a story of loyalty, ambition, and the ruthless world of alliances on the Mongolian steppe. Every great leader has allies, and Temujin found his first in Jamuka. As children, they forged a brotherhood, bound by dreams of unity and strength. They shared stories, dreams, and early campaigns, learning the art of war together. Their bond was significant, shaping their destinies and the future of the Mongol Empire. But the ties of friendship would later be tested by ambition. Temujin and Jamuka became Anda, a sacred bond of sworn blood brothers, symbolizing loyalty and mutual support. This ancient Mongolian tradition was more than friendship, it was a pledge of eternal brotherhood. Together, they dreamed of uniting the scattered tribes of the Mongolian steppe. Their combined forces initially achieved remarkable victories, bringing several tribes under their influence and setting the stage for a unified Mongol nation. For a time, their alliance seemed unstoppable. Temujin's reputation as a leader began to grow. He treated his followers differently from other leaders of the time. Instead of favoring only the nobility, Temujin rewarded loyalty and merit. He attracted warriors from all walks of life. For instance, he promoted a common warrior to a high rank for his bravery in battle. His followers often shared stories of his fairness and generosity. One warrior recalled how Temujin listened to his concerns and rewarded him with a prized horse. This approach fostered deep loyalty and unity among his men. Imagine being one of those warriors. For the first time, your leader isn't some distant, untouchable noble. Temujin eats beside you, listens to you, and values your loyalty. It was revolutionary, and it worked. Warriors spoke of how Temujin's leadership changed their lives. They felt seen, heard, and respected. His approach fostered a sense of unity and purpose that was unprecedented. Temujin's revolutionary leadership not only inspired loyalty, but also transformed the Mongolian army into an unstoppable force. But unity on the steppe was fragile. Over time, Jamuka's ambitions clashed with Temujin's vision. Jamuka sought to maintain the traditional tribal hierarchy, while Temujin aimed to unify the tribes under a single banner. The political landscape was a patchwork of alliances and rivalries. Stakes were high, as control over the steppe meant power and survival. And in 1187, Jamuka declared war on Temujin. In their first major clash, Jamuka's army launched a surprise attack on Temujin's forces. Despite Temujin's strategic efforts to rally his men, Jamuka's superior numbers and tactics overwhelmed them. Temujin's forces were scattered, and many of his men were captured. Jamuka's response was brutal. He executed 70 of Temujin's warriors by boiling them alive, a grim reminder of the conflict's savagery. Defeated but not broken, Temujin retreated to rebuild. This was the moment that defined him as a leader. He reflected deeply on his defeat, analyzing every mistake and refining his tactics. Temujin's vision for a united Mongol nation became clearer, as he solidified his strategies and inspired his followers to strive for a common goal. Rather than relying on brute force, Temujin began to form alliances. He promised stability and fairness to tribes long accustomed to chaos. Temujin negotiated tirelessly, offering protection and shared wealth. He exchanged gifts and sealed pacts with tribal leaders. These alliances brought mutual benefits, fostering trust and cooperation. Slowly but surely, his coalition grew stronger, uniting the tribes under a common cause. This network of alliances significantly bolstered his power, enabling him to expand his influence and control. Imagine living in a world where betrayal was the norm. Then comes someone like Temujin, who offered not just survival, but a shared purpose. It's no wonder people began to follow him. Stories of those who joined Temujin's cause reveal a cultural shift. From betrayal to unity, Temujin's vision brought a new era of loyalty and shared purpose. In time, Temujin's rebuilt forces were ready to challenge Jamuka. This time, it wasn't just a battle of warriors. Temujin employed cunning strategies, using feigned retreats and surprise attacks. Key moments saw Jamuka's forces falter under the relentless pressure. It was a battle of visions, one man clinging to the old ways of tribal division, the other fighting for unity. The broader implications were clear: a unified Mongolia under Temujin's rule. Temujin's strategies were groundbreaking. He organized his army into units of 10, 100, and 1,000, creating a disciplined, efficient fighting force. This structure allowed for rapid communication and flexibility on the battlefield. Victory wasn't just about strength, it was about coordination and loyalty. Temujin's commanders often shared stories of his innovative tactics. For instance, he used feigned retreats to lure enemies into traps. His soldiers admired his ability to adapt and outthink opponents. These strategies made his army one of the most formidable in history. After years of conflict, Temujin finally defeated Jamuka. Their brotherhood was shattered, but Temujin offered mercy, an offer Jamuka refused. According to some accounts, Jamuka requested an honorable death and Temujin granted it. This moment was pivotal in Temujin's rise. By offering mercy, he demonstrated his capacity for leadership and justice, solidifying his control over the Mongolian tribes. With Jamuka gone, Temujin's path to uniting the Mongol tribes was clearer than ever, but the road ahead was still fraught with challenges. Political rivalries and social divisions threatened his vision. Temujin had to navigate complex alliances, overcome betrayals, and win the loyalty of disparate tribes. His rise was far from over. In our next episode, we'll delve deeper into how Temujin solidified his power and began his monumental transformation into Genghis Khan, the unifier of the Mongols. This transformation was not just a change in name, but a pivotal moment that reshaped the Mongol Empire. Stay tuned as we explore the significance of this transformation and its profound impact on the Mongol Empire. The next chapter of this incredible story awaits.